Today I'm going to show you how to use MyFitnessPal, okay? So you should have already downloaded the app and put all your details in and you should be set up. So open up the app and we're going to click on the little mouse. See at the bottom right hand side? So it'll take you to this page. Click goals and I'm just going to go over goals with you quickly. So where it says weekly goal, this should come up. It should say lose £1 a week, lose £1.5 a week. I want you to set it to £1 a week, lose £1 a week. A slow and gradual calorie deficit is what we're going for, nothing too much. Alright, steady. Now, see where it says activity level. I want you to click activity level and it'll come up with this. Lightly active, not very active. Usually most people are lightly active. If you're a bit more than that, put active. I am, of course, active. Right, now we're going to go to friends. See that? Friends, click that. And you're going to add friends. A top cross at the top. And then you're just going to type in Ben Baxter 89, which is my username. And then type in your name. Obviously, I'm not going to add myself, so I'm just showing you how to do it, and then you click the tick at the right-hand side, okay? So we'll just come out of there. Cool, now we're going to go back, and we are now going to go to steps, okay? So click steps, and don't track steps. We're not going to, we don't want to be earning back calories, okay? We don't add exercise in, and we don't track our steps. Right, down to settings, click settings, go to diary settings, and from there, diary sharing. And make sure that is friends only. That means I can see your diary. So you're unprivating your diary so I can see it. Cool. Right, back. And now we're going to go to our diary, I think. Okay, so we're going to start with breakfast. All right, so add food. See that? Click that. And as you can see, it says scan a barcode. So click that where it says scan barcode and your camera will open up. This will now allow you to scan any barcode. So if you're in a shop, whatever, you can scan a barcode. I'm just going to grab these crisps and show you what it looks like. So you scan it, and then the crisps will come up. It's that simple, all right? Click a tick, to tick that, and then they're in, all right? I'm just going to remove them because I don't want crisps for my breakfast, okay? That works for anything, sandwiches, anything. Just make sure what you're scanning is like the proper thing. Sometimes you can scan a sandwich in, you might be scanning half a sandwich. Okay, so I'm just going to add breakfast in again now, and we're going to search for it. So this is the other way to add food in. So I'm just going to put in Weetabix, which is what I eat. And as you can see, it comes up saying serving size, 2 biscuits, and I'm going to change that number of servings. I'm going to change that, okay, to 2, because I want 4 biscuits, right? So whatever you change that to, whatever, change the number of servings. I've added that in, and I'm just going to put in unsweetened soy milk, which is like the milk I normally have. And there it is, so 250 millilitres of that, banged in. Right, there's my breakfast. So now I'm going to click the 3 little dots on the right hand side next to add food. See that? Click that, and then this will come up. I'm going to click add meal, or save as meal, and you're just going to put in there whatever you want to call it. I call it Weetabix with soy milk brekkie. And I'm just going to save that. Okay, so that meal is now saved into your MyFitnessPal. Now watch this. So, if I go across to another day, let's go to tomorrow, so the day after, Saturday. I'm going to go my meals. There it is at the top. Weetabix with soy milk brekkie. Clicked and then saved. All right. That's it. Simple as that. If I want to put it into another day, I can do, but that's just put into the next day. Now another way to do it. Click the 3 dots again, and it should say what's it called? Add to date. There you go. Copy to date, and then I'm just going to copy that again. So you can copy that to Sunday. So that's another way of adding food into a later date. This makes tracking really easy rather than have to keep every day putting in things in separately. All right, so we're just going to kind of come back. I'm just going to add in some lunch. So lunch, add lunch. I'm just going to type in eggs, okay? I had egg mayo butty, all right? So there's eggs, okay? Now I'm just going to search it, and as you can see, if you search it, 1 egg. See where it says the green tick? Try and go for the green ticks if there is some. Click that and it'll come up with different varieties. So you've got large, you've got medium, extra large, whatever. So whatever egg it is, just go for that. I've got medium, so I'm just going to click medium. I'm then going to change, see where it says number of servings, I'm going to change that to 3 because I have 3 eggs with my egg mayo butty. I'm a growing lad, leave me alone. Alright, I'm just going to add that in, okay? So I'm just going to move myself away. Here we go. Okay, and we're going to add some low-fat mayo. It should always be low-fat. Hellmann's, I have 3 tablespoons, I reckon, to go with my egg. Sorry, 2 tablespoons. I'm going to put that in, and then I'm just going to add in now what I eat. So if you want bread, then you should have some bread with you. You would scan that bread. I have bagels. I get from Aldi, thin bagels. I'm just going to type them in. So it's already saved there, 2 bagels. But I'm just going to take that out for you a second and show you what happens if you search. And we're just going to search thin bagels, thin and Aldi, which is where I get my food from. Now, as it comes up, if I just search for it and not put in what I've already got, loads of variations come up. This is why it's helpful usually to scan the barcode, because it'll give you exactly what you want. So if you can't scan the barcode, then only then should you really search for it, or whatever you need to do. But I'm just going to find one now for the sake of it. So I'm just going to put in these two, which is roughly the same amount of calories. Okay, there's my egg mayo butty. So I'm going to save that as a meal now. 3 little dots at the bottom, and save as meal. And we're going to put that in as egg mayo butty. Okay, now then I save this, I can then put this in as a lunch to another day. It's saved forever now. I don't have to keep putting that in separately. 3 eggs, mayo, bagel, done. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do, I'm just going to put that in there. It's Saturday, great. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, you see dinner? We're going to put dinner in. So let's put dinner in. Now I'm thinking to do something different. Let's try one where there's a lot of different recipes. For example, what about a chili? Okay, which is where you might be confused. So let's say you've got a chili, you're getting the ingredients in. You'll have your mint, your onion, your sauce, everything. So let's start with the mince, which is the most calorific. So lean mince, okay, which is probably what you should be going for, lean beef mince. Let's put in 200 grams, all right? You'll have already scanned this, don't forget. So it'll already be in. Chopped tomatoes, add some of that in, 200 grams of chopped tomatoes. Great, and let's have some, let's put what else goes in there. The mix, of course, so putting that in. I use one called Bramwell's. I mean, you can use Schwartz, whatever you want to use. Again, scan that packet. And just make sure what you're putting in is the right number of servings, the right amount. Just always double check the package, double check how much you're having. I have 50 grams, there you go, 50 grams of that. Let's put some veg in there, so let's go for an onion. So let's type in onion. Again, for me, it's always saved. For you, it won't be, so you'll just have to do that searching for the first time, and then it'll get easy. I'll just save everything in. So onions in, there's some garlic in there. Mrs. is going to kill me. Breath will stink, but whatever. Gotta go for a bit of flavour. And we're just going to add something else in there now. So we're just going to add in some tomato paste in case I want to thicken it up. If, of course, you take any of these out, you don't use it, you don't want the garlic, onion, paste, whatever, then you'd obviously just take this out. And all you need to do is swipe to the left-hand side on the where it says it, and it'll just delete. Okay, so there's my chili, pretty much. I'm just going to add in some mince, some rice. I'm just going to add in some rice. Again, I go for the packet rice in a microwave. It's just easy, makes no difference. Some rice. Again, I go for the packet rice in a microwave. It's just easy, makes no difference. I go for like a Mexican rice, a little bit of spice, and I'm just going to put that in there, so a full pack. Save that as a meal now with chili. So I'm just going to save it in there, and it's created now. So I can now put that chili again to any other dinner, lunch, wherever that meal is set. If you go by and just keep creating loads of meals, that's a good way to do it, and then you can just keep, so do all the meal prepping now on MyFitnessPal, and you can just add them into other days, if that makes sense. Just create loads of meals, and then you've got them there then to save, you don't have to keep doing it again. Okay, so I'm just going to click at the top where it says calories remaining, you see that? So just click on that top bit where it says calorie remaining, and it'll take you to these pages. So you'll say calories, nutrients, and macros, right? So ignore the macros part. We're just going to go to where it says calories. Now that's my calories for the day. So you'll see it says 1,692, and I have a goal of 2,330. So I'm on a calorie deficit for that day, okay? That's good. I'll probably eat a bit more than that, that's quite low. Now I'm going to change it to the week. See that? That's a week view, and this is where it really becomes important. You lose weight by the week, not by the day. So over the week, I'm on 1,090 calories, and my goal again is 2,330, whatever it was. So over the week, on average, I'm having 1,000 calories. Now, if I go back a week, which is much more accurate reading, see that? That's how your calorie week should look, okay? All like that. 2,185 calories on average for the week, so I'm under for my goal. So if I keep going like that every week, I will lose weight. So I just want you to make sure how, and that you understand how important it is that your calories work over a week, not over a day, all right? Right, so nutrients. Protein, carbs, fibre, sugar, fat, saturated fat, everything you need to know. Gives you a goal of what you should be eating based on your size, your weight, whatever. That's for the week, that you see, so that's for the whole week. There's a day view. That just gives you like a day view of your nutrient breakdown. And then if you click that again back to the week, I'm just gonna, there you go, week view. Now, every Friday, that's what I'll get you to screenshot me. The calories and the nutrients, a screenshot of that, and then you'll be sending that to me so I can check out what you've been eating, how much you've been eating, and the quality of what you've been eating. That is pretty much everything you need to know about MyFitnessPal. Watch this video a few times. I've gone through everything as quick as I can, and as detailed as I can really. There's not much else. Yeah, Thanks, guys. Okay, see you later.